What's going on, everybody out there, and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Avenger Comic Book Review, the show that apparently happens right before other people's shows happen, which actually I am going to post in, and Alan, feel free to share all over the interweb as well. We are live now. Here we go. I forgot to put out everyone because I'm smart. Actually, I'm going to fix that now. So hopefully everybody's having a great day. Edit. We are actually finally on time, which makes me very happy. I thought it was going to take another week. It didn't. It actually happened this week. There we go. Now we're nice and good. I forgot to put out everyone. So, well, first of all, welcome in Alan. First one here, as always. I'm going to probably be welcoming other people as we start. So, as always, we're going to do a little bit of a pre-show before we jump in. Miracles happen. I know, right? Well, to be fair, I only had 9 books this week. I added 2 more, so I read 11 books this week. How many did you read altogether this week? Did you count yours, or you counted all of ours?
It was only indies. I think I've read 6 or 7.
Well, how many books do we have altogether?
We have 17.
17, and I only put 10, so you read 7.
Basically.
So there you go. Oh, we got Toxic here. Oh, my God. Welcome in, Toxic. This is the first time I've...
No, because you have a physical.
Oh,
so
that's right. 12 books, and I have 11.
Yeah.
You have 6, yeah.
Just fine, really.
I could do math in my head, but Toxic, welcome in, dear. Hopefully you're having a great night. Been missing you on the Twitch playing, what do you call it, Fortnite. Hopefully you'll be doing another stream soon. Toxic Rose, awesome streamer, does lots of really fun Fortnite. Makes it fun to watch, because I sure as hell hate playing it, unless I'm playing with friends. But, pre-show. Now, I showed you guys a bunch of index cards. I don't have them today. We're going to save that for tomorrow. But if you missed out on the update/unboxing video, I implore, I know it's long. And it was long because I think we had a good time. My goal was to make it only about 20 minutes. How's it going? Oh, it's been great. No worries about being busy. It's understandable. Believe me, I've been busy. I was sick last week. Before that, I've been busy. It's been a crazy month for me as well. And my birthday's dropping in less than 2 hours Eastern. So, but anyway, dropped an update video. It's 43 minutes. I'm sorry it's so long. We were having a good time talking about it, but we did drop a bunch of updates. And as Alan said in the comments already, in the end of the show, I dropped 2 or 3 new things that are going to be coming to the channel soon. I still have 2 more announcements for the channel to make. There are other announcements connected to those 2 announcements, but there's 2 more things that are going to be coming to the Dark Avenger C86 YouTube channel very soon. As you can see, there's still construction going on. I got sick last week. Everything got delayed, but we did get a lot of stuff. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you saw half of the stuff that we got that's going to be going up all over. And we're going to be fixing things up. I actually think I might put something over here even. I'm debating because we got a lot of stuff. But we might. We're going to see. Or maybe I'll buy that other thing that I wanted. We can put it on this wall. Or vice versa. I don't know. Don't quote me. We're still working things out. Jesse, what's up? Just made an announcement about announcements. Yeah, that's all I've been talking about so far. Jesse, so you missed nothing so far. So yes, announcements about announcements. I also like when I go live, the second I go live, somebody else on the Discord goes live and they post it up for everybody to see. But I'm glad everybody came here. But anyway, tomorrow is going to be the live show, birthday celebration, AMA announcements, big announcement video. Hopefully you all will be here. It will be at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern, maybe 9:10. Because it all depends on time and setting things up. But it'll be about 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. It'll run for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then we're going to go over to Frontline, and we're going to do Frontline Live as well. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have fun. I might actually do a couple of gaming streams on Twitch tonight, maybe tomorrow during the day, depending on how much work I get done between finishing this show and tomorrow. Scotty is in the house. What's up, Scotty? Yeah, birthday's coming up. I'm very excited. And next week is E3. Yep. Oh, so many great things are happening, man. I'm so happy. But if you missed out on any announcements, go check it out. I actually did highlight on my Twitch the announcement for Twitch. So if you'd like to go over to Twitch on my videos, or videos on demand, as they call them, VOD, I actually highlighted the last minute of the stream where I had updates, and I basically listed all of the updates that are going to be going on Twitch there again. So you can check out what's going on Twitch. For those of you that like watching games. For those of you that don't like watching gaming, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. But we are only going to be live twice a week, max. Oh man, I can't wait for E3. There's so many great games that they're going to be announcing for E3. And like all of you asked, I will say this: I'm sure a lot of you are happy that the mention of Dark Avenger Live coming back. I might actually start enlisting some people into the show so that we have a bit of a crew. So anybody who likes talking about pull lists for the week, their weekly pull list. Anybody who likes talking comics, we will see if we can get some people together. And we've got the great Legend show. Legend is in the house, by the way. What is going on, Legend? Thank you for popping in, man. It's been a while. I've been watching your gaming streams, man. You're having a blast, too. And Justin's here. What's up, Justin? Update and cool. Oh, thank you for sharing the link, Alan. But also, don't forget to vote in the polls, everyone. The voting will be over Wednesday at 9 a.m. If you have not casted your vote yet for viewer's choice, vote now. We have a strong first place, but it can easily be overthrown with, I forget how many votes it'll take, but it can be easily overthrown. Vote. Alan, if you could share the link in the description now, in the comments, not the description, that'd be great. But we got a Legend in the house. I'm so happy that Legend made it here. So tomorrow will be the birthday celebration, Frontline Live. We're gonna have some fun stuff. Check out the update video before, so this way, when we get to the AMA part of the show tomorrow, you can start asking questions about the updates, about videos. We can talk about the videos that are going to be, or the things I'm going to be doing on the channel. Again, nothing is set as a ongoing series or a set schedule. Everything is monthly or whenever we get the chance. Again, these are going to be things that have a frequency, but not a weekly frequency like the things I was planning several years ago. Those were bad. That was a lot. I really hope there's cake. You and me both. There was cake this weekend for the birthdays for mine and Cindy's celebration. I don't know if there will be tomorrow. I want to see you guys get married live. We'll see. We'll see if that happens, Legend. We'll see. That's all I can say. Oh, thanks for sharing the Twitter, Alan. Yeah, it's on my Twitter, the voting. I forgot. I have it pinned to my Twitter. If you want to go over to my Twitter, you can click it. And go on. It takes you to Poll Maker. Vote for the comic you'd like to see a solo review for. I think I know what it's going to be. I am almost sure I know what it's going to be. But I can tell you the viewer's choice will probably be Friday this week because I did not do the Dark Avenger podcast last week. So Thursday probably more than likely will be the Dark Avenger podcast. So this is going to be a very busy week for me. So anybody who's looking for gaming and whatnot, I think I'm only going to stream a little bit tomorrow. And we got Hungering Deep. So I'll probably be popping on to play some Hungering Deep. But other than that, there is no time for gaming this week, especially when you guys see what else is going on that I've been keeping quiet about. Because May 29th, I always like to make big announcements. Last year was Celestial Falcon issue number 1. Good news is issue number 2 is in the works, and we're getting it ready. We're sprucing it up. We're getting things set to go with issue 2. If you guys haven't already, find Mike on Facebook for daily comments and other stuff. Oh, you do daily comments?
Oh, what daily comments?
I don't know. It says find Mike. Mike, yeah, he's still reading Ghostbusters. Mike always reads Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You do daily comments? I didn't know that.
No, I don't know what he's talking about. Daily comments. Maybe comments on statuses I do? Or
Maybe.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Alan, you have to clarify about Michael. Unless he means Mike Spider Slayer. I think he means you.
I don't know.
You are the Facebook guru. I am actually getting back into social media very slowly. But anyway, it is now 10:40. We've done this for a while. So how many books do we have in total this week?
I already say 17.
We're going to say it again.
Oh, yeah, we have
because we're going into the official show.
We got 17 books, 16 digital, 1 physical. And also these books came out on May 23rd 2018. And
he probably does Legend, but Mike doesn't have a
what?
Twitter.
Maybe. I don't Twitter yet. Yes.
So we're gonna start with the indies, and we're doing the weekly one up. Maybe once Mike daily musing. I don't think Mike will do a daily muse.
No. We already have Brand to this.
No, Mike usually posts like a good morning or anything, or on on holidays.
Yeah, just do holidays, not good morning.
I might actually start doing that on Twitter.
Yeah, but I'll do like a...
I'm thinking about doing something like that. But anyway, comic time, everybody. Here we go. Barrier issue number 4 of 5. I believe next week is the final.
It's sideways.
It's sideways. We're going to try to give you guys...
No. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
There we go.
Yeah, that's...
Turn your head semi-sideways. So Barrier issue number 4, they get their hearing back. They get healed by the aliens. But now, again, there's still the language barrier. One guy, the guy here, speaks Spanish. The girl speaks American. I can only understand half the dialogue because I don't speak Spanish. And honestly, I want to keep it that way because I like the language barrier because you got to sit there and kind of decipher what one of them is saying. And I like it. Again, it does not read like a standard comic. It reads like a flip book. It's going to be very interesting to see if they do make this a trade, how the trade will work out. I think somebody said they're not making it a trade. But looking good like Freddie Prinze ought to be in that new Queen movie.
Who, me? Who said Mike?
Maybe. I don't know. But I really enjoyed this issue. They have a plan now to fight the aliens, and she actually gets a shotgun by the end of the book. So look, they gear it up for something with the aliens. What's going to happen in the night, you don't know. This has been an interesting trip. I got to say, Brian K. Vaughan, to expect, and very interested to see where this all is going to culminate and end.
I read it.
Yeah, you're making Mike blush. Look at the red on his face.
I'm blushing.
I stopped you from blushing.
I wasn't even blushing.
So, I like Barrier. If you haven't been reading Barrier, definitely check it out.
All right. My book, Big Trouble in Little China, Old Man Jack, issue number 9. So in this book, mostly focuses on Lo Pan in this one, as they're trying to fight off against Chang Dai, the demon and stuff like that. I don't know. It felt like it was all over the place, like heavy dialogue where Jack is fighting off against the demons. Also, while I can't remember what his name was, as he's fighting the other demons, we have Thunder who returns to fight off against Jack. And there's like heavy dialogue of what Lo Pan is trying to do, and as he's fighting against Chang Di and whatnot. There's just lots of stuff that happens in this book. And we also get Lo Pan, who actually kills... can't remember what his name was. I think it was... why can't I remember his name? Oh... Well, it was something, but... I can't remember. But anyway... Lo Pan gets more immortal powers, and yeah, the things aren't looking good for Old Man Jack for that one. Next book I have is Shadowman.
Barrier came out really fast. I feel like issue 1 was last. I know, right? It feels like issue 1 just happened, and we're already at the finale. In 2 days, we're getting the finale.
Shadowman issue number 3. Shadowman is stuck in hell while his lover is trying to get him out of there. Like, Jack is stuck in hell, whereas Elisa is trying to find ways to get him out of there. I really like the artwork in this book as he's in hell fighting against the demons. And Elisa gets 2 people to help her call out 2... I'm really forgetting names now, like, really? Well, anyway, she does that to get him to come to the other side of the portal. And as that happens, we have Shadowman goes into the gatehouse, which is actually pretty interesting to try to find his way around and everything.
One sec, sorry, Mike. It's lowercase a legend. I don't know why it went DA in large, but that's the name. You should find me easy because it's the same logo as the YouTube, except in purple.
Yeah. So he tries to get with Jack and everything, but he's stuck between the walls, so she has to basically try to open it. Samony, that's the name that she's trying to call out. And it's just like a whole thing where she does call out to him, and there's a whole other thing where he tries to get through the portal, but with the sickle, it actually plays something to his death of Shadowman. So Shadowman is basically dead.
I don't think he's dead permanent.
I don't know. I mean, the next issue kind of sounded like it's going to be. I'm trying to get the cover up. There we go. All right, so next one is Legendary Red Sonja, issue number 4. And then we go back to your book.
That's fine. You have yours.
Oh, yeah. So this one, in Legendary Red Sonja, we have like where she's trying to save what was her name again? I think Red, where she's getting not Red, where Nora has someone captive, and she has to basically try to save her before what was his name? Khan? No, not Khan.
I like the artwork in the book.
Yeah, the artwork is drawn really nice in this one. And as she's trying to fight against him, he sets out like all these opponents and tries to actually put Dinar under a spell, under his spell, to go after Red Sonja, because we all know that like that. Well, Conlon, I think his name was.
Whatever his name is, don't worry about it now.
I can't remember
for
that.
Next time.
Yeah, it's just like heavy dialogue, but as everything gets all riled up, she needs help, and she goes to Madame Curie to actually find out how she could help. And that one will be to be concluded in the next issue. So, going pretty well for Legendary Red Sonja.
Yeah, I'm in the comments also, and everybody watching Post Live can see comments now. So we're talking about Jen being in the Gen 1 comic reviewers on YouTube. Legend and I are both from the very beginning of the comic community here, or at least our side, because God forbid we say we were the only comic community, and there were lots of people around, but we were part of the first generation of comic reviewers on YouTube, because comic reviews were very scarce on YouTube when we all started, and we just reliving the fact that, you know, Jesse was saying he can't believe he's in the chat with 2 Gen 1 comic reviewers. I'm happy that most of the Gen 1 reviewers are still here. We got Legend, me, we've got Ghost Critic, we still got Howler Mouse, we still have GPAP, we still have oh god, why is the name leaving me? Captain Strange Life. We still got, oh shoot, I'm going to kick myself because I'm going to remember afterwards. And I watch his videos all the time. I love Strange Life. There's so many of us that are still around. Yeah, but Costin Bromstar. Thank you, Costin Bromstar. I have Bromstar. I needed the first one. Costin Bromstar. Thank you. That was what I was thinking, man. I don't know why that first name, because I'm so used to calling him Scott. I don't even think about names of channels anymore. We've all gotten so personal over the years, like Hans and stuff. You start to forget about channels and you just go by people's names, you know? That's just how it happens. But, man, it's great to have Scott back. I mean, after so long he was gone, at least now he's making videos again. I'm sure everybody's happy about that. So I'm very happy that Gen 1 mostly. I wish Doc and Howlett, man, I wish Chris would start making a couple more videos again. But other than that, I think most of Gen 1 has been around. And any disgraces that were in Gen 1 go over to not disgraces, but the people that caused trouble in Gen 1 went off and did their own thing. I'm glad. Part of my very first live comic show, Comic Talk podcast. Yep. No, it was Comic Talk because I had started it and then I had left. We missed each other literally by, I think, 4 episodes, Legend. Yep. It was Comic Talk. It was the Comic Talk podcast. I had started it and then I took a break and other people took it over. Scott was one of the people that took it over. There's no 6th gen, Jesse. I think there was only about like 3 gens out there. Oh, we missed each other by 1 episode. Shoot. Darn. Now I feel even worse. I thought it was at least 2 or 3. But wow, yeah, we missed each other literally by 1. I had to end up taking a break. It was during my breakup with my ex. I needed to take a break. Yeah, I left on episode 5, and that's when other people took over the show because I needed to take a leave of absence. And then, as Legend knows, and it goes down in history, the end of Gen 1 did not go down with a whisper. We went down with a bang. There was a huge thing that happened in the community. The fortunate thing is Gen 1 continued on, but certain things that happened at the end of Gen 1 took the let's just say the persons who were the reason for a lot of problems in the Gen 1 ended up moving over and going and doing their own thing a mile away from where we were. In Gen 1, I think we all kind of took a break for a bit. I was already away. I missed the whole drama that happened at the end of Gen 1. And then when I came back, the drama was mostly over. But I did stay away longer because a lot of the fake fingers were pointing towards me, and it wasn't true. So, oh well. And then G2 started. I think we're in like, yeah, I think Jesse, you'd be I think G2 or G3.
I just did talk. Does the other guy talk? I just.
Who said does the other guy talk?
Doomsday Comics.
Doomsday Comics, yes, Mike does talk. We were talking about Gen 1.
Books.
Mike just literally finished 3 books in a row. And Legend, were you guys nervous starting a new platform? No, we didn't think that way. I don't think so, Legend. I don't know how you feel about it. Did you? It wasn't. I think we just.
Well, we had our own YouTube channels. That's why.
Right.
I was around a lot longer before
Mike, yeah.
you were.
Mike had to do the rock, yeah.
And you were 2009.
Right. So no, it was. I always knew I wanted to talk about comics. So starting the review show was something that I always wanted to do. I actually did the first 99 episodes where he was just the cameraman, and then Mike came in at episode 100, and he just stayed. He just stayed until now. We've just been doing it as a duo ever since, but it's kind of like the opposite of what happened with Kat. Kat started as comic duo, and then her friend left, and she became comic uno. I started doing my comic reviews alone with Mike as my cameraman, and then Mike ended up coming in front of the camera and reviewing books, so now we're like a duo review. But it's an honor to know that we were part of a first gen to something. I would say it was awesome. I'm glad that so many people, whether they did it because they were inspired by us or thought they could do it better than us, I'm glad that we had so many people come in after us to do comic reviews and live shows discussing comic books. It was always an honor being the first, the beginning. Yeah, Doomsday Comics was part of Gen 1. Wait. There's another Gen 1. No, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. There's another Gen G1er that does negative stuff. Now, Jesse, I stay away from the negativity. We ignore the negativity and we stay with the positivity. First show I was nervous, but then it made me feel so comfortable. Yeah, exactly. We all were nervous starting. I think I said a total of 1,000,000 times during my first comic review, if I'm not mistaken. But then it just became second nature. What's going on, Tevia? Welcome to the show. Give me cards. Others do it. Yeah, exactly. I agree with most of the names you listed, Legend. One of the names on the list you just said, current day, I wouldn't claim he is one of the best anymore. One of the names on that list. And it's funny because I think I mentioned everybody on that list except one person. So you kind of can pinpoint which one. The Doomsday Comics was in the comments 5 seconds ago, Tavia. It was like we were the Beatles. Exactly. And that's the problem. That was one of those names was the problem. That ended Gen 1. And then we moved on. New generations came in. And one person went his way and did his thing, and we did our thing. Yep. Oh, yes, he did. And you know what sucks, Legend? He literally was only in the community for like a year or two before completely doing that. And now he's clickbait. Now he's a clickbait person. Good on him. I'm glad he has more viewers than me, and I'm glad he has a community of people that like to bash on things that aren't even true. Just saying. It's not true, but then somebody else in his community thinks that Gail Simone's a dude. I still can't get over that video with that guy. There was a guy, I'm not saying his name, and nobody in the comments do it again. You did it last week. Don't do it again. Who thought that Domino was written by a white male privilege. And I'm like, wow, do you even look at the cover of your books? Domino's written by Gail Simone.
All right, well let's not go into that again.
He was good back. He was. He did sell. He sold out. Exactly, Legend. And that's what happened. But the problem was, before he sold out, he tried to destroy what we all built. The good news was he didn't. And now there's 3 generations after us. So even if he tried now, there's 3 gens of us, at least. So we are way too many in number now. I don't think he'd even bother anymore. I just don't think he cares anymore. Yeah, he could have both of those, Legend. He could have both of those. I still do what I love doing, and that's that. And that's just that. As a matter of fact, Legend, don't take offense, but just to be safe, I'm going to delete that list now. So anyone who watches this post live will have no clue who we're talking about. So don't take offense, but I just took that off. And then I'm going to, after Tevia reads that, I'm taking that off too. No offense, I'd rather keep names and stuff anonymous. I ain't looking to start drama. So, whoop. Legend, I want to keep it drama-free, as they say. I'm not here to bash on anybody's YouTube. If he wants to have success, as you say, by selling his soul to the devil, good for him. Peace and love. Enjoy. But, man, I'm not. Yeah, no, it's fine. I already said it, Alan. I already said it. But, man, I'm over that person, and it's all about doing the comics and what we love now. I ain't going to throw any No. You're fine, Legend. I actually am telling you so you understand why I'm doing it. No problem. No worries. I'm just saying the drama's gone, and we moved on, and we got stronger. We got 3 gens out. We got 2 gens after us, so we're the grandfathers now of the comic community. So I couldn't be any prouder of the people I watch on YouTube. Yourself. We got lots of people in the comments here that do live shows and videos. Jesse, Justin, got Boston, Chris. Jesse has a bunch of really awesome people that are on his show. You can go check out his panels, and you see a lot of really awesome people. I have tons of people that I'm subscribed to. Punisher Comics. You can check out my subscription list. I have it public on purpose. You can see a lot of amazing comic reviewers and haul showers and whatnot. So we have an amazing community. And you know what? If people want to sell out, be a clickbait, selling their soul to the devil, as Legend says, good on you. Enjoy your money. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for this. This is what I'm in it for. If I wanted money, I'll go out and work. Actually, I do work in comics, so whatever. How long have you guys been on YouTube?
11 years, July 2nd.
He was on 11 years, July 2nd. Brooklyn Boys was on 10 years this October, November?
No, December we were there, but then 11 years will be December.
Oh, so Brooklyn Boys are 11 years.
In December we will be.
Okay, so Mike's 11 years now.
No, July 2nd I'll be 11 years.
So Mike will be 11 years on YouTube, July 2nd.
Yeah, you'll be 8 years on August.
Yes, in August my channel will be 8 years, but I didn't start my comic reviews until September or October. No, it was October.
No, it was September.
Oh, it was September?
It was September.
But I am 8 years. My channel's 8 years old. But Brooklyn Boys is
How
where
are you not keeping track of all
can't do this. I'm not good at numbers. So this channel that you're watching right now, Doomsday, is 8 years old. Michael's channel and Brooklyn Boys will both be 11 years old by the end of the year. Best way to put it is we've been on YouTube for 11 years, but doing the comic scene for 8 years. Gen 1, 2011, Gen 2, 2012, Gen 3, 2013. And so, okay, so if we want to do it that way, then yeah. So that means we're in 2018. Whoever starts doing comic reviews now will be Gen 8. I got 1 year for my 10-year anniversary. Oh, nice. The Legend's been around for a while. YouTube is amazing. I started my original channel in 2011, then switched in 2012. Thank you, Doomsday. I appreciate it. We'll have some type of a celebration when DA turns 10 years, which is in another 2 years. Brooklyn Boys, we celebrated last year, being on YouTube 10 years.
Did we?
We did something. Maybe we had a 360.
Probably.
But anyway, we're getting off track. Back to the books. Star Trek The Next Generation Through the Mirror, issue number 4. I loved it. and I'm so happy to say that there's another Next Generation book coming in a couple months. It happened here. But the meeting of the Mirrorverse and the regular verse. I knew it at the end of the last issue. Picard was questioning that distress call. And he was right. He did his research. He had his ensigns do research. He's like, there's something going on here. And then Riker found out about there being 2 Dana Troys. And he sees one. He sees the Inquisitor talking with, why did I forget his name? The lieutenant. I forgot, Barclay. And when they teleport back to the Mirrorverse Enterprise team, he was listening to the whole conversation they had. So they already knew it was coming because of that. And we get, at the end of the issue, the meeting of the Mirrorverse Next Generation and our universe, the Next Generation. And now the next issue is the big collision. And then the backup story with J.K. Woodward had the talk between Data and Spock, and this is where Spock told him about the Mirrorverse. So now it's ending with Data demanding the machine so that they can go to the Mirrorverse and start getting supplies from the Mirrorverse. And as Spock is trying to tell him, that's not going to work because, and then he was about to explain what happened during Star Trek, and any of my Star Trek fans that watched that episode from the original generation know this, you know what already happened. So now we're at the point where it's the last part with the 2 teams fighting, and you have the part where we're at the penultimate part where Data's getting the machine from Spock. Now, hold on a second. I see a lot of chatter. Next House Day, did you watch Greatness back in the day? Celebrate with more cake. I hope so. I have no clue, Tevia. This is not a discussion about video games. Yeah, I've Huey Comics, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I hope I said your name right. Welcome in. And I'm glad that while I was discussing the comics, I had Justin, Jesse, and Legend welcome you in. Welcome to the comic review. Hopefully you enjoy. Feel free to share any thoughts on any of the comics that we've discussed already or any of the comics we are going to discuss. Join the conversation in the comments as well. We were just talking about Gen 1. I don't know why Tevia jumped into EA. Very random, but we're talking comics here.
Probably because of E3.
And again, while I have everybody watching, don't forget, live show tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be doing a live show, AMA, pre-show for Frontline. 2 announcements are coming up for the channel, and then other announcements in general will be happening tomorrow night, 9 p.m. right here on Dark Avengers C86, and then we're going to go right over to Comic Frontline and do Frontline Live right after. It will be a 45-minute to an hour-long live show right here celebrating my birthday. We're going to have an AMA for all the announcements I've made on the update video and 2 more announcements and some other big news. So be there tomorrow. Go.
Grimm Tales of Terror, Volume 4, Issue number 3. What is Group 66?
Well, it says 666.
Yeah, but the blood is the 6. It was Route 66, actually. The blood for 6 is something different. But we all know what the 666 is, for that matter. But
evil.
Yeah, talked about the tales where there are 2 guys and 2 girls. They're going off to California, and this one guy, well, Richie was like being like the good guy, and this other one was being really some like drinking beer and whatnot. So like he was just
looks like Chris Hemsworth a bit.
A little bit, but he was being like all jerky and whatnot towards like oldest book. And Richie like teaches him a lesson because he was like being like really, really abusive. Adam, his name was. So there's like a little backstory about why he was turning like that, and it's actually explained as the comic continues for all that. So we have Richie, who was you know, that was just about to kill him because of all this, and then he actually gets with the girl that he fell in love with, which was actually something. And then in the abandoned toll booth, Richie actually sells the girl to the toll booth, and that was just like totally just creepy, just seeing all that happen. And that last page, yeah, that's pretty much what hell looks like.
I believe it.
Oh,
if there is a hell, I believe that's it.
Yeah, so I'm going to X that out because that's creeping me the hell out. I'm dead serious.
I'm glad you said that, Justin. Are you done?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, Justin, because, yeah, I kind of agree. Ever since Pat Chan left Zenescope, less and less people are talking about Zenescope. Mike is still reading Zenescope. I still read Grimm Fairy Tales on my own. I'm a couple of issues behind, though. But, yeah, I do feel that when Pat Chan left Zenescope, a lot of the fire that was under them kind of died out, and it kind of went back to the way they were before. I feel like there was a pre-Pat Chan. There was the Pat Chan era, and that's actually the first year. This book comes from the first year we went to New York Comic Con. He signed it, and I loved Godstorm. Godstorm was one of my favorite series. And I feel like there was the Pat Chan era.
Robin Hood.
And Robin Hood started. That's right. We have Robin
which
Hood.
is right there.
There was the Pat Chan era, and then now there's the post-Pat Chan era, and things are not going well. Well, I don't want to say they're not going well because people are still reading Zenescope, but I feel like it's definitely dropped off since Pat left. However, speaking of Pat Chan, Pat started a Kickstarter for his next big book, Afterglow. If you haven't checked it out already, go on Twitter, check out Pat Chan's Facebook, Twitter page. He has a link to his Kickstarter. Mike and I are proud backers of Afterglow. And it is 75 or 76%, the last time I checked, 76% funded. It is so close to being funded. If you are able, back Pat Chan's Afterglow. I've read Destiny New York. I've read a lot of Pat Chan's work. He is an amazing writer. I definitely would recommend backing. If you're looking to back a really good book, Afterglow is his newest book out. He's got a lot of amazing stuff. And I think he has a lot of amazing stuff in the future as well. So Afterglow is his newest project. It is live on Kickstarter now. Back it if you can. You're still doing lots of crazy convention exclusives. Me, not as many, no. Oh, and the Golden Knights won game 1. Nice. Lots of faces. Volume 1 of Robin Hood was great. It was. I have only picked up a couple of Zenescope issues in the past couple of years. Huey, I only really read Grimm Fairy Tales, which is the main title. Michael kind of touched on a few extras. Godstorm was my extra and a couple of others here and there. But, yeah, lots of J. Scott. Yeah, and J. Scott Campbell does a lot of the variants for Zenescope as well. That's very true, Legend. I didn't even think about that.
All right.
But I really do enjoy Zenescope. I just think that since Pat left, things have kind of gone a little bit down. But I'm a huge fan of Pat Chan's writing. So maybe I'm a little biased because I am friends with Pat Chan, but at the same time, before being friends with Pat Chan, I loved his writing. Before I even met the man, I loved Godstorm.
Going back into the comic.
Do you remember way back when Radical made comics and they sent us all of their books?
Oh, I remember.
I gotta say, if anybody hasn't checked out like pre-100, Radical Comics sent us all of their trades, and I reviewed them one a week. I don't know how I read all the trades. Well, back then I wasn't reading a lot of comics. Radical Comics had some of the coolest books, from Hercules to the Phantom Detective Girl, the Ghost Detective Girl. I can't remember her name. Radical Comics, man, they made some good books. And they actually made a couple of movies now out of their comic books. I would definitely say check out Radical if they're still selling their trades, man. I miss that. I miss that they don't make trades anymore because they had some good series, some good ideas. Nostalgia just hit me for a moment.
I did review this on Comic Frontline, so I'll just give a briefie of Exo Manowar number 15. I know the cover is a little bit different than the review.
I prefer that one. If I would have known, maybe that one's a more expensive one.
I don't know. But anyway, just long story short, it talks about the adventures that Sebas and Rajaman, the two people who were slaves, and this goes like into a different story. Like it does touch on Arak a little bit, but after they talked about Sebas' story about his visions of what he saw about meeting the Golden Warrior and being the Golden Warrior of the war someday, he actually goes on to a quest to actually do that, where the Eastern Roman Empire, we do see Arak, who helps out with Gafti, who goes to the Roman emperors because they have Gafti's little brother kidnapped. So they go to the Roman emperor and they try to find out how they're going to save him. They get into they bump into the Huns, which is a huge army group, and looks like that whichever planet they have, we'll see more about it in the next issue. So that was actually really cool to see that. Yeah, this book.
I'm glad you do the well, it used to be called Color Classics. Now it's called Urban.
Yes.
Urban whatever.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Urban Legends. Issue number 1.
First time in color.
Yep. And this one. Now, see, here's the thing that I'm trying to figure out. Why are they so killing Donnie all the time?
This is a darker version.
But why?
Legend, welcome to the
look,
stream. No worries about being late, man.
He's like my 4th favorite, but why are they always killing Donatello? That's like twice they've done it. They did it in this one, and they did it in the other book that you're reading.
No, they didn't kill him. They brought him back.
Yeah, but they brought him back. Like, why are they picking on Donnie so much? But anyway, long story short, it's the cyborgs who killed Donatello, and they actually kidnapped Splinter also. So it's up to the 3 turtles to actually go after them. And also this ninja, this woman that's named Ninja, I guess, if that's what her name is, who has them kidnapped also. And they're just trying to go after them. And it's just like a whole big fight scene. We have a flashback of before all this happened, what Splinter did for them, and what happened to Donatello that got into.
And then Raphael gets shot in the face.
Oh yeah, Raphael. He has a totally different makeover when that happened. And when Leonardo's talking with Splinter, he was basically gone after all that.
I hate when they do dark renditions like this.
I don't know, but I actually found this to be my favorite comic book for this week. Minus the fact about the killing Donatello thing, but also it was a great story from what I read. And this is by Peter Laird only. There was no...
No, this was not Kevin Eastman.
Yeah,
this was not written by Kevin Eastman.
Yeah, this is when they were...
Separate. This is it was a different company that took that title over. I don't remember which company, but that was not done by Mirage. Mirage was already... Were they on? It wasn't done by Mirage. That's the main point. It wasn't done by Kevin Eastman. It was done by a different team altogether, and it was dark. And I know where the book's going, and that's why even if they made a Ultimate Collection, I wouldn't buy it. I'm not a fan of.
Why you let me?
This is because it's part of the Color Classics that they're doing, and you should read it because
I hope it's not going to get that dark now.
No, it's not that bad. It's just a lot. It's mature. No nudity. It's going to be very.
I wasn't excited. I wasn't even thinking that.
All I'm saying is how we say the cartoon Thundercats and Turtles are not canon for us anymore.
No. We don't talk about that.
All right. Well, this comic is the '80s version of what's happening now.
Okay, but we're not talking about that.
We're not. Both of those things I hope die after season 1.
Let's move on. Moving on.
We're in Marvel and DC now. Starting with Marvel. I don't know why I'm reading this. I guess it's just I want to get to the wedding because I spent money on the wedding special. And guess what? It wasn't the wedding. X-Men Gold 28. Part 1, is it? Is it part 1? No, part 3. Part 3. They're in space to save Colossus because Colossus was taken away. The woman who is responsible for all this finally gets punched in the face. I guess that gave me a little bit of joy. But at the same time, it's like, they took Colossus. The X-Men are chasing after them. The X-Men try to save Colossus, and that's where we're left here. Oh, how much more am I going to take? I'm so excited for the wedding because once the wedding happens, I'm done with X-Men until they fix it. The wedding is in issue 30, I think, if they make it to the church. I don't think I'm going to make it to the wedding. I'm going to throw it out there now. I don't think I'm going to make it to the wedding. I foresee myself dropping gold until the wedding, picking it up for the wedding. Would anybody be upset if I stopped reviewing X-Men Gold here? Would anybody be upset if I stopped reviewing X-Men Gold right now? Like if I dropped it right now from the reviews? Like I'll continue reading it so when we get there to the wedding, I'll know what's going on. But would anybody be upset if I stopped reviewing it till then? Because if nobody will be upset, I probably will stop. And this goes for Post Live also. Anybody watching Post Live can say it as well. I would be upset. Okay, Legend would be upset. That's one person who'd be upset. I read a lot, Scotty. I would still read Gold, casually instead, so I'd read it slower. But we'll see when the next issue comes out. I'll probably have the time to read it, so we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going until the wedding. Then we'll drop it. And just because I can't take it anymore. I would be upset. All right, so I'll keep reviewing it until we get to the wedding. When we get to the wedding, though, the gloves are off. Then I'm putting it back in my hands. I'll keep it going, though. As Dash would say, we're going to keep it going. Ever since that stage, man. This is definitely my second favorite. Adamantium is my first. Mystery of Madripoor, the first part, this is my second favorite of the 4 miniseries that have come out for Wolverine. Daredevil being the 3rd place spot, and the Claws being last place. By far, possibly my worst. I'll finish all the miniseries off because if I started them, I'll finish them all physically. But I enjoyed Mystery of Madripoor. So Kitty puts together a team because she thinks that it's possible that Magneto stole Wolverine's body. So her, Storm, Jubilee, Rogue, and Domino, but Domino doesn't know too much about what's going on, go to Madripoor because they're going to have a meeting with Magneto. And Magneto apparently is like the Lord over, not the Lord, but he is part of the behind the scenes gang lord kind of deal. He's kind of running things in Madripoor. So they get there, they see Magneto at the airport, and they tell him, we want to have a meeting with you. And he's like, all right, whatever, we'll meet up at this place tonight. And then they go to this bar where Wolverine, as Patches, was close with the barkeep, and Kitty says a word. She says, if we were ever here, Patches said to say this to you. They do. And it turns out he had this big safe with a lot of stuff that he saved over his lifetime, basically. And each thing that they look at represents something. One was something that Storm gave him when he joined the X-Men. Another was a letter about Rogue that Miss Marvel wrote way back in the day because Rogue stole Miss Marvel's powers and caused her to be in a coma for a while. One was pictures of Kitty when she was younger. I don't think we got anything from Domino, but another was some samurai gear that brought a memory back from Deathlock. And Betty actually is doing all the internal dialogue in this part. So they go to the meeting with Magneto, and it turns out it's an entire ruse. We don't know where Magneto is right now, but Viper's back, and she is now trying to regain Prime Lord in Madripoor. So I have a feeling that when the Wolverine saga starts up again, we might get a Patches arc where he's going to fix Madripoor again, because I want that. I want to see Wolverine stop Viper. I don't want to see them stop her. I want Wolverine, when he comes back and we get the Wolverine series, I want him to go to Madripoor, and I want him to stop Viper as Patches again. We need some good Wolverine stuff. We had a lot of great stuff from Tom Taylor with All New Wolverine. Laura filled some deep, deep boots, and actually, I would dare say that she made her own boots as well, that Logan's going to have to fill going back as Wolverine. So I would definitely like to see Wolverine go back to Manowar. Because she went back to X-23, Tevia. Enough said. Alan, you should put a team together. For what? Everybody putting a team together these days. Yeah. I mean, we've all had teams that we've been on. But I enjoyed it. I loved this issue. It ends with them getting into a fight with Viper's crew. 3 of them get captured. The rest get away. I'm not going to spoil who got captured, who got taken away. I told you about language, Tevia. Please. And no, she's not anymore. She is the clone of Wolverine. They're as everybody's been saying, whatever that guy's name is, I forget his name right now, is trying to bring back the normality to, not the normality, he's trying to bring back status quo to Marvel. Like everybody who was whoever they were is getting put back as who they were. So with Laura, she's going back to X-23. Logan's alive now, so he's going back as Wolverine. Tevia, you can't keep things the way you want. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that want Wolverine back. Yeah, thank you. CB Sabalski. That's right. He's putting everything back to where it was years ago, and then he's moving forward with it. So Laura is going back to X-23. Even though we all loved her as All New Wolverine, I love Tom Taylor's writing of her as All New Wolverine. And I don't know why she had to be X-23. I mean, we have several Spider-Men. We got Miles. We got Pete. We've got the Scarlet Spiders. 2 Scarlets. We have 2 Spider-Men, 2 Scarlet Spiders. Why we couldn't have 2 Wolverines is beyond me. The good news is we know that Jimmy's going away as well. So apparently we can't have 2 Wolverines. And like Jesse said, he likes her as X-23.
Same here.
Oh, my God. I swear. I'm going to time you out, Tevia, if you bring that up one more time. That has nothing to do with it. Unfortunately, Joe Q is still leading the charge, so that's not going to happen.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, Jimmy Hudson's going away. We don't know where. I forgot where they said they were going to take him, but Jimmy Hudson apparently is going somewhere. I'm just throwing this out there. I did read it. It's not for review purposes because I haven't really reviewed the other issues, but Invincible Iron Man 600, I feel it's important to talk about because, okay, we all know how Tony came back through his science. Well, Tony brought Rhodey back. That's right. Rhodey, also known as War Machine, is alive again. He brought Rhodey back the same way he came back. And so War Machine's alive. Iron Man's alive. Ironheart is now Ironheart. And I love how Ironheart was there, and there was this big fight at the end. You had Doom versus Red Hood, and actually Red Hood, and this again goes back to what I was saying to Tevia. Red Hood destroys Doom, and it sets Doom back to status quo. So no longer is Doom the Iron Man. He's going back to his Doom setup. Aggressively relaxed. What's up? Punisher is doing what with your armor? Unless you're James Rhodes, I don't think it's your armor, but that's a good question. Now that Rhodey's back, I wonder if that's how that series is going to end, with Rhodey taking his armor back.
But he says Nick Fury's property.
But this is before they knew Rhodey was alive. In this issue, Rhodey's back, officially. So it's going to be cool to see War Machine take his armor back. Even though kind of War Machine, Rhodey had his armor, or a version of his armor. Tony found a cure for death. He's about to get even more. Yeah, tell me about it. Half of my team would be in the video just saying. In this video. Damn right. I would join you, Alan. But I love how basically they retconned it all. So Rhodey didn't die. Rhodey's alive again. Yes, they made Doom ugly again. They made Doom ugly again. They what he was doing a spell or whatever, and Red Hood came in and he kind of, I forgot what he did exactly. As the spell was going, he kind of interrupted and said, "You're using like a darker magic, and that doesn't come without a price." And then he hurts him with the same magic. So while Red Hood gets taken down, it also hurts Doom, and it mutilates his face again. How can Tony have a cure for death? Alan said it, and so did Justin and Jesse. Comic science. It's the magic of science. So Tony beat the coma, and Rhodey beat death. I can't wait. What I want to see is after he finds out what Carol did. I want to see their reunion because we didn't see it in the book. So it's going to be real interesting when Rhodey, after learning what Carol's been doing, sees Carol. And when Carol finds out Rhodey's alive, that's going to be interesting. I want to see that. No, comics need to stop time travel. I agree, Alan. Yeah. But it was a good book. And the big news is Rhodey is alive again. And again, this is all fixing status quo, I believe. This is CB fixing little bits at a time, status quo. But really, it was Brian Michael Bendis who wrote it. So Brian Michael Bendis wrote Rhodey back into the Marvel Universe before he left. And there was a wonderful goodbye to him at the end of the book, I would say. Because that was his last book. This was Brian Michael Bendis' last Marvel book. And I think that's why Man of Steel isn't coming out until this coming Wednesday. He finished all of his Marvel stuff. His contract is officially now over with Marvel, and now we're going to get his Man of Steel run. You better do Superman right. Because I swear, after all the hell Superman's been in since 2011, we don't need to see the dark days again so quick. No, Tevia, she's not going away. She's becoming Ironheart. In Marvel, in the Metal Zone, the Terrifics issue number 4.
In the DC zone.
Oh, in the DC zone, Metal, the Terrifics issue number 4. This is by far my favorite Metal series. This is going to get the trade paperback from me. It's this, then Damage, then Sideways, and I don't think I read anything else. I'm not reading anything else. I don't read Silencer. I didn't read New Challengers, but New Challengers is a mini anyway. But the Terrifics is by far my favorite. It will be getting a trade paperback. Plastic Man, not Amazo, Metamorpho. It's the Fantastic Four done DC version. I'm guessing Dan Slott wants to work on this Leonardo da Vinci thing. I need to go read the Shield comic. I did not read the Shield comic, but yes, I forgot to mention about the Leonardo DiCaprio. Wow!
Leonardo
DiCaprio! Wow! Da Vinci. Leonardo DiCaprio is not part of Iron Man. Thank God. Why?
What, you think Why?
Why did I even think of that last name? That last name shouldn't even be in my brain anymore. Oh my God!
Oh, you'll never let go of Jack, that's for sure.
I'll let him go. Before he dies, I'll let him go and sink to the bottom of the freaking Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, come on, that was sad.
I would have been like Jay in the movie theater. Woo!
No, how could...
Bye, Jack.
And then Family Guy comes back to
Oh, God, man. But anyway.
You're going
Leonardo da Vinci, I'm looking forward to seeing what Dan Slott does with Iron Man, because now that Bendis is in DC, Slott is becoming the new Bendis. So Dan Slott's going to be taking over a bunch of books, and we're going to hate like half of them, just like with Bendis. Why is Leonardo... Man, Tevia, for a person who reads comics, you really don't understand comic science. I like Leonardo da Vinci. I'm actually looking forward to it. And yes, I am going to try Iron Man out physically. I'm going to try a lot of things out physically. And I guess you guys will know now, because at the end of each month or the beginning of the following month, I'll be doing a monthly haul, so you'll get to see all the physical books I get. DiCaprio. Oh, I'm never going to live this down now. But the Terrifics. I didn't even talk about the Terrifics. So they bring Phantom Girl back to her home world, and they get into this scrap with these with this ship. They get tractor beamed in. They end up fighting these squids or whatever for a bit. You get some funny dialogue between Plastic Man and Metamorpho. Mr. Terrific, you start to see him starting to bend a little bit. And here's another Fantastic Four reference. Metamorpho doesn't want to be Metamorpho anymore. And he says, I've asked all the big eggheads, but you're the third smartest. Would you be able to try to maybe find a way to fix me? That's the thing in Mr. Fantastic right there. That literally comes straight out of the Fantastic Four book, the Thing wanting to be cured. For years, the Thing wanted to be cured before he finally gave in and said, I'm the Thing. So I really enjoyed this book. So she goes home, and we find out that she's not been gone for 10 years. She's been gone 10 years her time, 31 years in the DC universe. So her parents, her father died, her mother's super old, and it was just a very warm ending. I'm looking for The Terrifics is an awesome series, man. If you're not reading it, get the trades. It's worth it. Loved it. Loved it. So apparently, when I was born is when she went missing. Because I'm sorry, a year after I was born, because I'm turning 32. I turned 32 in a half hour. I'm holding on every last second. 5-part Shield comic where it explains Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo time travel at one point made Shield. Oh wow, cool! I might check that out. Yeah, Legend, you'll love it. Thank you, Aggressively Relaxing. I have 30 minutes. 30 minutes of party time. We might be done in 30 minutes. I'm throwing this out there just like I threw out there Iron Man because this is the beginning of the Flash War in Flash 47. Oh my God, the mention of Wally West's kids. And Iris is being brought to the future because there are charges being brought against her in the future, and all of the Flashes are going with her. And I like how Wally's kind of like, nope, I just got you back. I'm not. And she's like, Wallace, we don't run from anything. We run towards it. And I liked it. I like this issue a lot. I like that they're talking about Wally's kids because Wally got his girlfriend back. But what about the kids? Your kids, Marty! I'm looking forward to seeing if they actually do bring Wally. And there's another book. Again, all the books are starting to touch on, this is not the way things were. There's another world that we are from, or there was another reality that we were from. I love that a lot of books are touching on this. Flash being one of the main ones, because obviously Flashpoint's the reason for all this to begin with. But I like it. And I like how it starts at the end, kind of, where Wally's like, either run with me, or I will make sure you never run again. Because you did this during Flashpoint, now you do this to help me. And we obviously know it's to save Wally's kids. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. Can we get Flash status quo back? If we get Flash status quo back, we got Superman back, we hope, unless Bendis ruined it. We got Batman sort of coming back. Oh, man, it's slowly coming back, everyone. It's slowly being undone. This is the way Marvel should have fixed their universe years ago. But anyway, yeah, Bartor is done. Bartor is definitely done, Tevia. And I like, if anybody could explain to me, now that Wally is Wally again, like it's Iris's nephew, what about New 52 Wally? Is he still her nephew too? Like a different Wally from a different brother? Like, did she have two brothers now or something? Somebody explain how there are two Wallys. Is Wally West from New 52 a different Wally West than the Wally West that we know? Because I'm confused. Oh, so they're cousins. Okay, so there was a different parents. Gotcha. Different parents. It just so happens that they were raised the same way. Works. I'll accept that as comic logic. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 45. I wish I would have got the variant, because that variant is freaking cool. But I didn't. I got that one. Enlisting. Hal Jordan's enlisting the help of, oh, I forgot his name. Hector Hammond. John is enlisting the help of Zod, because the Dark Stars are slowly taking over and bringing justice to the world. And then Guy Gardner gets enlisted to the Dark Stars. And that's how the book kind of ends. And that's what this really is, a lot of recruiting. Them recruiting enemies to, who have a common goal, that don't want, in Zod's case, John's like, you don't want these guys to come here and try to murder you and your wife, and they will. Because if you think I could take you down with kryptonite, they're going to just kill you. And Zod's like, you came here, you hoped we would help you, we're not. Instead, you're done. So I don't think Zod's going to be helping. As a matter of fact, I hope they send Zod back to the Phantom Zone. Now we've got Guy, who's joined the Dark Stars. We don't know if it's all a plan or not. And now Hector Hammond, after fighting Atomic Skull, is freed from Earth and going with Hal Jordan to stop the Dark Stars. This is going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. And, of course, this is all going to end with this arc. They said that the last issue of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps is going to be in August. My prediction, Green Lanterns is going to become the core book, the Green Lantern Corps book, like they're going to leave. And Hal Jordan is going to get his own book back, and it's going to be called Green Lantern. Period. Or maybe Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. Whatever. I think Hal Jordan's going to get his solo book back, which I'm happy about, but that means the Corps has to go over to Green Lanterns, or, and I'm sorry, Dan, Green Lanterns will have to end, and we get Green Lantern and Green Lantern Corps as two separate entities again, where one is Hal Jordan and one is John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, and Guy Gardner, and the Corps. It was great when Jeff Johns was doing it that way. I don't know why they separated it. And honestly, I don't think, and I love Dan Jurgens, I love his writing, but I don't think Dan Jurgens is going to save Green Lanterns. I really don't. It's one of the lowest selling books, and ironically, it ships twice a month. I don't even know if I want to start reading it when he writes it. I'll try. I mean, I'm all about trying stuff. What's the worst that can happen, right? Justice League No Justice, issue number 3. There's going to be no surprise tomorrow when I say this is my least favorite pick. My least favorite of the week goes to Justice League No Justice. What the hell happened to the artwork? I mean, what actually happened to the artwork? We went from Francis Madripoor doing the artwork to that to this. That's some hard artwork, Harry. That's some hard art there. That's some bad artwork. I don't even think my fingers are there. It's like, what? The series has been a bit out there as is already, but we've got some really hard artwork here.
Oh my God.
I miss Red Lanterns. Yeah, I miss the Red Lanterns too.
Who the hell is this?
That's Wonder Woman.
That's Wonder Woman?
That's Wonder Woman. I don't know who took over for the artwork, but man, from the time I watched Mike Spider Slayer's haul video, when he showed the artwork off, to now, I was like, oh God, no. But the weird thing is, as you get towards the end of the book, the art changes again, and it's actually not as bad. I mean, look at...
Wait.
When you shrink it, look at Harley Quinn. Just keep going. Harley Quinn looked so weird by the first artist. I mean, it was weird. Is Harley Quinn there?
Trying to...
Keep going. No. Go down. That's Harley. Right there. That's Harley Quinn by the first artist.
Oh,
oops. I zoomed too much. That's Harley Quinn by the first artist. I mean, where did they get this person? This is supposed to be the big event of the spring, summer, and that's the art. And the next issue is the last, apparently. It's not going 5 weeks. It's only going 4 weeks. So Wednesday's issue is the end. They saved Kalu. Or no, they didn't save Kalu. Let me correct myself. They saved the planets that were being held on Kalu and sent them out into the universes. But in the end, Kalu ends up being devoured. They couldn't save it. They were able to stall it long enough to save all the planets that they were holding and to evacuate the planet, but they lost. And because they lost, now the trees on Earth were set into motion. And because Brainiac's dead, they can't take the suits off. They can't stop the Earth from being devoured. So now the Earth is the next target for the Titans, and they arrive at Earth to be continued. It looks like that DC animated style art. You can say that again, except the bad type of the DC animated art. I could not get behind this book until we got to the better artwork at the second half of the book. Thank God somebody at least took over halfway through the book, and it was decent enough to continue reading. and to finish. But man, did the first artist make it hard to get through. Next issue is the last part. This is supposed to be the event that makes a new Justice League book, brings back Justice League Dark, which I'm sure Legend's happy about. Mike's happy about it. It brings back a new Justice League team, Justice League Dark. Two teams, the Teen Titans and Titan teams are going to be shaken up. I mean, come on. Come on. Why are you going to do this art? I mean, you only have 4 books. Francis Manowar couldn't handle 4 books. Let's see who the artist is for the last part. I don't know yet. None of us know unless we've seen preview pages. I don't look at preview pages anymore. So I won't know until Wednesday. Joy. But still, No Justice is the big event book that's bringing me into Scott Snyder's Justice League. We'll see. Batman Detective Comics 981. This is the other one that they're reaching into figuring out what's different. So, spoiler, Stephanie breaks into Brother Eye and tells Tim, Ulysses and Omac are lying to you. Yeah, he does. I believe it. I believe it. Legend. But, in Detective Comics, there was one more after...
Oh.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It wasn't Detective Comics. I'm sorry. Detective Comics was last.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know what? We did Detective Comics. They're not in any specific order anyway. Screw it. We'll go with Detective Comics. Detective Comics, we had Stephanie break in, and she reaches out to Tim and Kate and says, they've been lying to you. The dark future didn't happen that way, and she shows them the truth, that Kate didn't want to kill Batman. She was going to let him live, but he was dying because of something that happened in the dark future. Again, I tell you guys, read Justice League. You read Jeff Johns' Teen Titans run, and a lot of it's explained there. But Tim didn't know this. Nobody knew it. In the dark future as well, Ulysses and Brother Eye lied to Tim in the dark future, and they're lying to Tim now. And she says this to Tim to break him out of Omac's control. So it turns out Kate killed Bruce because he was dying anyway. He was going to die in a matter of hours. So she did it because Bruce asked her to. And in finding this out, Tim breaks control of Omac and finds out that he did go to school. He didn't jump right into being Batman. He wasn't there as Red Robin. He was in the varsity school when all this happened. And what happens is he breaks control of Omac and is able to stop it. Stephanie and Tim shut down the OMAC project completely. Stephanie also takes out Ulysses, and everything goes back to normal. Now we get the epilogues. Batwoman, the colony has been disbanded. Her father is put back in charge of the army, and she's back. So basically status quo with Batwoman and her father is back with Batman and everything else. So Batwoman is back. Her father's like leading her again. And she's working side by side with Batman, but also parallel to Batman. She does her own thing, but when Batman needs her, she's there. How many numbers till BD?
Oh, how many minutes till birthday?
Oh, how many minutes till birthday? Yeah, 15 minutes. 15 minutes till my birthday. And I'm sure we might just make it. I might do a little bit of a post to it. But anyway... Batwoman's back to normal. Tim lies to Bruce, but Bruce already knows it, that he's going to varsity. But in the end, because Tim found out that there's another universe out there with other possibilities for not just Steph, but for himself and for Cass, he's going out there. He's like, something was changed, and I want answers, especially after what happened with him and Oz. So now he wants to know the answers. What happened? Why did the timeline change? So Tim is looking for answers while he's getting answers. And then we find out that Cassandra joins another team, and she knows that she's a part of the Bat family at some point in the future. So now she knows she's good, and she wants to stay good. So now she wants to blend into the community. So she's going to learn how to talk, and then one day hopefully go to high school. So she's got her thing going on, and Batman is just Batman again. And that's where the book ends. So from the beginning of Rebirth to now, this was the big deal. Now what's next for Detective Comics? We'll find out in issue 982. I'm excited. I hope you all are excited. And I can't wait to see what Tim finds out. Now, the book that should have gone before this, and I'm sorry, but we're going to end on Super Sons issue. I swear, Tevye, don't you dare ask any questions about Volume 2 of Super Sons. But it ends with Super Sons issue number 16, the final issue for Volume 1. But before Tevye says anything, Super Sons is coming back, and I think they should have done this with Super Sons to begin with as a maxi series. In a couple of months, Super Sons Volume 2 is going to be a 12-part maxi series. This went 16 issues. Volume 2 is going to go 12, and it's known already. It's all one 12-part story arc coming up next for Super Sons. It's going to be called The Adventures of the Super Sons. But this ends with Super Sons fighting Kid Amazo, and using Cyborg, Damian is able to short out, long story short, the Kid Amazo suit. Oh, Super Sons is cool, Doomsday. It's just that Tevye just goes really bonkers over certain things, so I'm just stifling him before he goes nuts. By the way, Tevye, number 1, don't forget to put your top 5 in before the live show. Number 2, 2 lines. 2 lines only, and we don't need the AKAs. We know who everybody is. Okay, it'll help. It'll save you a whole line. It'll save you a couple of words if you don't put Ben Reilly, a.k.a. Scarlet Spider. You just put Ben Reilly, or you just put Scarlet Spider. It saves you a couple of words, and you can put more on your 2 lines. I'm only trying to help you. I'm just saying we don't need the AKAs. But anyway, now that I've reminded Tevye about the top 5, and now that I reminded him about the AKAs, Super Sons beat Kid Amazo using Cyborg, or Damian beats Kid Amazo using Cyborg, and they save the day at the end. But it has this old man telling the story now. You'd have to ask someone at DC that question, Tevye. I agree. He has to ask a lot of things. To a lot of companies. But I think that the old man in the end is either Superman or it's John because of the blue eyes. But they hint the Volume 2, because you can see right here, the adventures, The Adventures of the Super Sons. And I think that's the title to the next volume. And it's a grandfather telling grandchildren. And one looks like Damian almost, and one looks like John. The girl looks like somebody, like, I think John is going to end up with the girl from the town they grew up in. But that's just my my thought process. But the girl is floating. So I'm thinking it's John's daughter, Superman's granddaughter. But I like how the volume ended, and it ended with the promise of Volume 2. So, Kathy, thank you, Tevye, Kathy. So, the girl is definitely John's daughter. I think it's John's daughter. You think it's Bruce Wayne? It could be Bruce Wayne. You're right. Because he's the one that usually keeps records in books like that. So it could be Bruce Wayne also. You're right. It's either Bruce or Clark, because it's the grandfather. So their fathers are obviously the superheroes. And I like how the hint of the Justice Legion is in the future. There's a lot of potential for other stories here. But anyway, it ended great. I can't wait for Volume 2 of Super Sons. I think Super Sons is great. I actually like this cover. I might actually save this cover for a spot on the wall somewhere, because I really do like this final cover for the wall. So I might actually keep this for the comic wall. That's what this is going to be called soon. So I might either get another one. It was
an autograph wall.
It was, but the bottom row is not going to be autographed soon. So I might save it. We'll see. We'll see if we have the room. I might even get it signed by Peter J. Yeah, I might even get it signed by Tomasi. We'll see at some point, maybe. Maybe there will be one at Midtown, and I'll just switch it. I'll keep an eye out. That would be cool when they grow up. Yeah, I would like to see a future book. I mean, we get Batman Beyond, right? Why not Super Sons Beyond? At this point, I mean, why not? We've had Superman Beyond. Let's have Super Sons Beyond. Bring back World's Finest, where it's Batman and Superman again while you're at it, because Trinity stunk. Well, it didn't stink, but it wasn't great either. Because I need me some Superman Batman action. And Public Enemies was one of my favorite stories in the early 2000s. Even the animated movie was amazing. We need Batman and Superman teaming up again in World's Finest. We need a World's Finest book, damn it. I think, and I like that they said that in the book as well, Scotty, they will be better than their fathers, I believe. They just introduced a new Robin in Batman Beyond. I'm behind on Batman Beyond, but all I'm going to say is oi. Let's see if it works when I read it. It did exist, and it's over. You did the AKA again, Tevia, just dropping you a reminder. And no, it wasn't. Superman Beyond was actually Clark. You're doing it again, Tevia. I'm trying to help you out, but you're just throwing those AKAs out. But with that, I'm sorry, everybody, but we're done with this week's. Unless you have a couple of things you'd like to mention, I'm going to start doing the outro. We're 9 minutes away from 12 o'clock. Anything anybody would like to talk about for the last 10 minutes so we can go to 12 o'clock like y'all want? No, Tevia's already saying goodbye. All right. So we're going to start the outro then. Again, don't forget tomorrow, everybody. The Great Legend, a.k.a. Legend. Exactly. The Great Legend, also known as Legend. It's just that's the way it is. His mom, when she gave birth to him, she's like, Legend. Put that on the birth certificate. Legend. It was kind of like when Luke and Leia were born in Star Wars. They took Legend from his mom. She held him and went, Legend. She didn't say Luke or Leia. She said Legend. That's how it went. Toxic. Hope you have a happy birthday. I'm going to try to stream soon. Maybe you can join. Oh, yeah. If I'm around, definitely. Definitely, Toxic. I didn't even know you were still here, Toxic. Thank you so much for being here through the whole review. I thought that you might have just came in for the hello and goodbyes. I'm glad you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I want a Nightwing hat like that. Superherostuff.com, Justin. It's available. I tried to get somebody to get me a Superboy one for my birthday because it has the black Superman S.
Superboy.
I have the link.
You didn't send it to me.
I tried to get the black Superboy hat and I didn't. No, I've been lurking and listening. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Do you think you'll feel different when your birthday hits? No. It's another day. I don't feel my age. I feel like I'm 20 years. Well, no, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I feel like I'm 10 years younger than what I'm supposed to be. Maybe it'll hit me when I'm like 90. I'll feel 90 when I'm 90. Maybe. I don't know. You guys keep me young. YouTube keeps me young. Legend keeps me young. I mean, you guys keep me young. Maybe I'd feel my age if I didn't have all of you. Maybe I'd feel my age if I wasn't doing what I'm doing. I mean, I'm talking about comic books and toys and stuff. How old am I supposed to feel? Look at Pixel Dan. As a matter of fact, Pixel Dan had a child the same year I had Tommy. I think they're only a couple of weeks apart, actually. Comics do keep us young. They do. We are all young for life. Exactly. We're just young. Legend has a family. He's still young. I couldn't even tell you Legend's age because I have no clue how old. Well, I could go on his Facebook, but if I had to tell you right now, I would think Legend is either my age or younger. It's just comics keep us young. You know what makes us look old? And Legend's going to agree with me, and we're not going to want to get rid of them, and Justin will agree with me because he has it too. The beards make us look old, right? The beards make us look old. If we were to shave and have a clean-shaven face, you wouldn't be able to tell. This 5 o'clock shadow makes me look old. If I got rid of it all, you'd swear I was 18, 20, maybe. I like lots of cake. Cheesecake. I actually have a cheesecake downstairs that I'm going to bring up to have. Maybe that's what we can have tomorrow. Maybe I'll leave the cheesecake and I'll bring the cheesecake up for the celebration video tomorrow. Maybe that's what we'll do. But beards are awesome, exactly. So we keep the beards. Oddfellow. It's weird, and I think, Legend, you could agree with me. I remember Oddfellow when he just had the goatee. So seeing him with a beard still kind of throws me off. It's like, I think he grew it. He was going to do it for just a year and then shave it off. It's so weird because he had like a beard, but now he has a beard. And it's so different. And it's weird. But I'm okay with it. You get carded if you shave? That's bad. Now he looks like a wizard. Exactly. Beards are in right now. Beards are just in. So I like my 5 o'clock shadow. Very soon, I'm going to do the neck beard, shave that off, let this grow for another couple of weeks, and then I'll shave it down again and start again. What kind of cheesecake, Scotty? We went to the store and got one of the Cheesecake Factory ones where each slice is different. So I have chocolate, strawberry, raspberry, regular, caramel, all different kinds. I'll show it tomorrow. Blueberry, there's tons of different slices. Oh, you'd love it, Scotty. You'd want a piece. You'd literally cut a circle around the middle and take a little piece of each one. Then we should all not shave till 2020. Maybe in 2019, I'll consider it 6 months in. I don't think my family would be very happy with me if I didn't shave for a whole year. I don't think I could stand it for a whole year. To be fair, most of the time when I'm ready to shave, it's because my mustache is going into my mouth. So I don't think I could do it. I mean, maybe Justin could do it. I can't. I mean, unless I'm allowed to trim it, like up here at least, I don't think I can do it. I don't care what happens over here as much as I care about what happens up here because it gets annoying. But Post Live, people, this is your turn now because you are watching Post Live. Feel free to let us know in the comments below what you thought about the comics that came out this week. Likes, dislike, agree, disagree. It's your time to be heard, and we will answer your comments in the comments below. No trimming, just no trimming. Well, then I can't help you there. I haven't trimmed the goatee in about 2 years. Wow. Hey? Hey, what, legend? But as we're doing now, I want to thank Legend, Toxic, Scotty, Justin, Jesse. We had Alan here. We had Tevia. Oh, wait. Have you ever thought of wearing a red cape and have Mike wear a green cape? I have a red cape and I have a black cape. We might do that. Maybe we'll do that at some point. I said thank you, Scotty, but in case I didn't Scotty again, I'm just going up the list to see who else showed up. We had Aggressively Relaxed. We had Doomsday Comics for a bit. I hope I said that. Was it Aggressively Relaxed? Yeah, Relaxing. Aggressively Relaxing. Huey's Comics, thank you for being a first time. I hope you subscribe. I hope you stick around and are part of the conversation in the future. And I think that is everyone who has joined us.
Doomsday Comics.
I said Doomsday Comics. And Legend, Drew jumped in for a bit. Legend Comics. Yes, 2 minutes. I'm trying to stretch it out, Scotty. Don't worry. I'm stretching it out. Thank you all for being with us live. We would not be here. If not for everyone here. You all keep us going. You all keep us young. And you all are part of the awesome community, which we talked about at the beginning of the show, that we have today. And hopefully all of you are a part of the Discord. Legend, I don't know if you're part of the Comic Frontline Discord, and if you are, you don't talk in it. It's 11:59. There's another minute. Stop pushing my birthday. I'm enjoying the last minute of my 31 years of life. So, Legend, if you do have Discord and you haven't joined Comic Frontline, hopefully you will. Also, don't forget to vote. The polls are closing in 2 more days. Well, 1 more day because it's about to hit 12 o'clock, but the polls are closing on Wednesday. If you haven't voted for your viewer's choice comic, vote now before it is too late. Let your voice be heard. It's Christopher Reeve. There is no S. It's Christopher Reeve. Always has been, always will be. Period. I don't care what the world tells us. It's Reeve. They never had an S. Love Comics, Roto Community. Happy birthday. It's 12 o'clock. Yeah. I'm 32 years old. 23. I'm 23 years old. I actually do feel 23. I can live with that. Thank you, everybody, for the happy birthdays. But it is Reeve. And I will say, please, for my birthday, share the channel, share the reviews, share the Dark Avenger Nation. Let's get this community growing. Let's get these views, these clicks. Let's get everybody into the conversation with us, whether it's a live show like this, a haul video, a video, a vlog video, an unboxing video. We want to grow this community, so share this channel, share this community with the world so the world can come in and share with us the good times that we have over here on Dark Avenger C86 and on Comic Frontline. Reeve. It's always been Reeve. Legend. There's never been an S. Apparently Mandela Effect says there's an S. I don't believe it. Just like the Berenstein Bears. It was never the Berenstein Bears. Did Facebook just tell you it's my birthday?
Oh. Oh, somebody messaged me. Probably some...
Facebook's telling you it's my birthday.
No. I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. Look.
He hides his phone.
No, it's just Adam.
Who's the girl?
What girl?
There was a girl.
No, but why are you looking?
Adam's a girl. Dark Avenger C86. It's a Dark Avenger C86. Period. There never was an S. Oh, there's balloons on your YouTube channel. Oh, there's balloons on my Twitter? Oh, I gotta see that. I wanna see. Twitter. Are they gonna say it's my birthday? Let's see. I'm clicking it. I don't see balloons. Oh, I see balloons! Hold on. I'm gonna back out a minute. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna screen share it. I'll screen share it so we can all enjoy the balloons together. Okay. That's Michael Rosenbaum. That's not my page. Here we go. Show me the balloons again. Ah, balloons! Look at all the balloons! Oh, that's awesome. If I refresh the page, does it do the balloons again, or do I only get one-time deal? Oh, it happens every time! That's awesome! Can I pop the balloons? No, I can't. All right. That's it. We're done. Thank you, everybody, for the happy birthday wishes. Nope, I got it multiple times. I get it whenever I go on my name. So, please, everybody, don't forget about the live show tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, an hour before Frontline Live. It will be a pre-show, birthday celebration, AMA, 2 big announcements for the YouTube channel and announcements in general that I think you all will be very excited to hear about. So be here for the announcements, for the AMA part. We can talk about all the stuff that I mentioned that is coming right here to Dark Avenger C86. I know Alan is very excited for Dark Avenger at the movies. I hope you all are excited about all the stuff that I mentioned that will be coming. And I hope you're excited for the 2 other pieces that I'll be adding tomorrow, as well as the other stuff outside of YouTube that I'll be mentioning tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here for the 446 Dark Avenger comic book review show. I will see you all tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to create it tonight for tomorrow, the event. So it will be up. And hopefully, if you haven't clicked the notification bell, I never say this. There is a notification bell on YouTube now. So a lot of people don't know when you go live sometimes. Click the notification bell and you will be notified immediately once I go live or once I start a live show or schedule a live show or anything. You post videos, post comments. You will be the first one to find out because the notification bell tells you everything. Everybody asks me about donations and whatnot. I don't have Super Chat. I don't have partnership right now with YouTube. We're trying to work our way back to that. But there is a donate button. So if you'd like to donate to the channel, I'd like to thank Nerdivision once again for being a donator. Frost donated to the Twitch. And we also have Bitter Old Goons Gaming Mike, who is not here right now because he's streaming on Twitch. He donated, not monetarily, he donated a Velocian Sync to us, which allows us to play all the retro games that we loved from back in the day. So thank you to everyone who's donated to the channel or to the Dark Avenger Nation. And donations are always welcome, but never required, because no matter what, we have money, and we will get there on our speed or a little bit quicker, depending on donations. Thank you again, everybody. Take care. Keep reading, keep collecting. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the live show. Don't forget about the live show. But until the next comic review, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Hey, everyone.